Sleepers Podcast, Tuesday, August 5th. How are you, my caramel friend?
Beardless, swanky looking friend. How are you doing on this massively beautiful, overwhelmingly, abundantly happy Monday?
Am I allowed to refer to you as caramel?
I mean, I'll allow it.
I can't tell if I'm allowed to or not.
I'm more off put by how you pronounce that.
You let me get away with a lot, which has me thinking I just like really got inappropriate to start this show.
I'm more off put by how you said it. Like, can't you just say caramel?
Like caramel apple?
Yeah. Do you say caramel?
I feel like if you're having one, it's caramel, but if you're having a caramel apple, it's caramel or
I kind of
caramel
like that
Indiana.
caramel. I kind of like that caramel apples have somewhat like fell off the face of the earth. I think caramel apples suck.
Not a fan?
Not a fan. I know you're not a fan because apples will kill your wife, but
Supposedly, allegedly.
I think at this point you got to give her the benefit of the doubt.
No.
What do you
How about
mean?
that? So for those that don't know, my wife claims she's allergic to apples. I've never seen that happen. I mean, she interacts with apples daily, preps apples for our daughter. She eats apple flavored things all the time without knowing. I've been buying what's it called? Apple smoked bacon for years without telling her and putting it in things that I make on the grill, and she's
That's
totally
insane.
fine.
That's insane.
Yeah, it totally fine. No reaction whatsoever. So,
That's crazy. Do you have a favorite apple while we're on topic?
Granny Smith.
The green John?
I don't know which one is Granny Smith, to be honest. I don't eat apples.
So you all right? So you're just doing the classic one.
Macintosh. What else is there?
Honey Crisp is the best one for what it's worth.
Thought you would have said Apple Jacks.
Don't disrespect me.
Do you eat
Don't dis
apples?
Yeah, I really like it. Honey Crisp apples are my favorite. But I also do like the Granny Smiths, as you brought up as well. Um,
I should have known.
what does that even mean?
Like, an apple is something you can eat, and if you can eat it, you'll eat it.
That's right. I like that. Keep that up. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I'm coming. Just let it be known. I'm coming.
Yeah, aren't you on a health journey right now? What happened? You said this week
Yeah,
something
yeah.
happened?
I'm doing. Look, I realize that honestly, both you and I are gonna be in a wedding, in less than a year, and there's a lot of people in our party that are extremely fit. Have you ever seen Andy Bordeaux with his shirt off?
The 5'4" dude?
Yeah,
Yeah.
By the way, congrats to him. Got engaged this weekend. But
Yeah,
yeah, like
sorry for the height joke on your
yeah,
engagement.
it's we gotta be on our P's and Q's.
Yeah, I gotta take it where I can get it. Listen, I we
Also,
were
have you seen TJ lately? You don't look at the IG or the Snap group as much. Legit, this mother blanker is built like Saquon Barkley now. It's disgusting.
Yeah, he's getting too big. He was Saquon-ish when we went to Baltimore last summer. I feel like I would assume he's on like a Derrick Henry trajectory now, honestly, which makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, no, I get it. Like it's a very strong friend group. I joked when we were out of the group chat, like, what's the bench press minimum to be here? So I left immediately when I got an answer to that question. But yeah, I look forward to trying our best to. I don't know. I feel like you and I can always fall back on one thing, at least when we're together. We can just be like the two jokesters that have the podcast, and everyone else can be like the in shape bachelors, you know?
I want to get cheeky though. I want to get greedy.
Like you want to turn heads in a way that's not just like, haha, that's Carter.
Yeah, like I
Really,
want to turn like
Carter.
I want to kind of like, God damn, Cart,
All right, then let's do
boy,
it then.
boy,
Go
you
crazy.
look good.
Go crazy then.
Yeah, I turned down ice cream Friday, man.
Yeah, I'm worried about you.
Yeah, I no, I like it's a week, but honestly, that's good for me because usually, you know me, I'll Monday attack it, be done by Thursday. I was very mindful throughout the whole week. Got a lot of good work in. Went to the gym every single day. Even went yesterday, after which I'll do the classic. Maybe had one too many water hazards on Saturday, and it was like, no gym for me today. Nah, woke up on Sunday, went to the gym. I'm feeling good.
Wow, look at you. I mean, yeah, you're looking good. I can buy that for sure. You what'd you say? You're down like 4 pounds in a week?
Lost 3 pounds last week.
Love that.
Yeah. I am getting hungry though, but I've done a better job of like fighting it off, or instead of when I get hungry, I'll just, you know what I'm saying? Have an apple.
Well, there's a point I realized with hunger that if you just train yourself to not eat when you're hungry, you stop being hungry.
Yeah, also you're a mental assassin at that.
Yeah, I've been good. The only thing I've eaten in 2 days right now is two granola bars and 12 oyster crackers.
That's insane.
Down 4.5 pounds since 2 days ago.
It's a scary, scary proposition. It truly
Yeah,
is.
I like it. The nice thing for you and I, like with an event like this to look forward to a year from now, though, I do feel like if you and I make any progress whatsoever, because we are both normally chubby, ugly individuals,
Mhm.
any progress we make gets noticed in a positive way. Like if you're already ripped and you like put on 5 pounds of muscle, respectfully, no one's really gonna notice or compliment that because you already looked good. But if you're a fat slob and you lose 7 pounds, everyone's gonna be like, "Damn, have you been working, G?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I have. I've been eating oyster crackers."
Yeah. So like we plan on being there. We'll see us there. Don't beat us there or meet
Jokes
us there.
aside, I am currently weighing in the least I've weighed in over 12 months.
Whoa.
So
12
we're
months.
we're on a similar journey right now, Carter.
12 months, also formerly known as a year.
That is the formal term for 12-month periods.
I just don't want you to be one of those parents. I swear on everything I love on Matt Painter's patio. If I show up in like 7 months and either you or Mal hit me with the, oh yeah, our sweet Murphy or our sweet Banksy are 17 months now, I'm gonna be livid.
I mean, why? Banks is 4 months old. Do you have a problem with calling him
That's
how old he
fine.
is?
That's fine. Once you get to 12 months though, they're just a year old.
I mean, Murphy's 26 months.
Murphy is 2 years old.
She's 26 months.
Piss off. She's 2 years old.
All right. Well, teach their own.
Yeah. Also, infamously not your children's parents. So to each his own. Do what you do.
Wait,
Let's see.
really quick before the YouTube comment. So, 15 minutes of banter about how fat we are aside, we have new team members that we just announced.
And none of them are fat.
Probably should have opened the show with that instead of our own fat. But yeah, we got a fat ass transfer class this year. I'm pretty excited about it. Booby put a great graphic together. We have announced the three new hires officially. They are J Man, Ryan Hammer, and Tanner McGrath. I have been individually a fan of all three of these guys for a while now. If you are unfamiliar with their work, let's be real. If you're listening to this, you're probably familiar with all of their work, I would assume. But J Man, Duke fan. We needed a Duke fan to rival Riley Davis on the channel, so that's great. But I will say, been a big month for the Riley Davis coaching tree because Riley got the booby win in Sleepers Got Talent, and Riley came recommending J Man. The moment we said we want to add some people to the team, Riley was calling, texting on the side, being like, "We got to get J Man. He'd be perfect." I agree for what it's worth. If you're unfamiliar with J Man, he does a lot of his own content. A lot of it is Duke centric. He had an interview with Con Knipple and an interview with John Shire that he kind of like, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but as he was telling me about it in the interview process, he kind of like earned that shit on his own. Like he's not like coming from like a big company platform with credentials. Like he just kind of put the work in and was good enough on camera that he started getting these really cool opportunities. His story reminds me of ours, honestly, in terms of how we built what we're trying to build. And he even did a trip to the Final Four that he road tripped all the way to the Final Four this past year and was kind of vlogging it along the way and making content out of that entire journey, which was right out of the College Hoops to Go playbook. So he's going to be a perfect fit. I'm really excited to get him in the mix. Very entertaining dude. And then Ryan Hammer. I think a lot of people probably very familiar with Ryan Hammer's work at this point. Ryan just launched his own show, his own long form podcast that he's been doing with his brother a little bit. And I listened to the first couple episodes of it, and I've always wanted to collaborate with Ryan. We did some social stuff with him last summer on his channels, but I don't know. In my head, he's sort of been like a white whale type that would be a dream guy to work with that honestly I kind of figure wouldn't even be interested. And I don't know, when I listened to his long form podcast stuff, I was just like, this is really good. And he would actually play really well with like the segments we do every day and the longer form sit down stuff instead of just socials. So reached out, we recruited him a little bit. We were texting him over the weekend, like, how can we make this happen? And pretty pumped that we were able to get a deal secure with Ryan Hammer and have him be a part of this. And then Tanner McGrath is a guy I've worked with at Action Network who has been an editor for all things college sports, college football, college basketball the last couple of years, but he's made a lot of on-camera appearances as well. Big Bets on Campus pod. He's launching some other new content endeavors that he tweeted about in tandem with his participation with us. So make sure you follow him and go learn exactly where all the different spots you can find Tanner are. But I know this from working with him the last couple of years. Don't know that there's anybody else on earth other than our colleague Mike Calabrese at Action Network who cares about college sports as much as Tanner. Like this dude will be knee deep in like the smallest mid-major level of college basketball whenever there's an opportunity to do it. So, really smart dude too, analytical mind, just a guy that I think, some of those things we might have lost with like the Ralph Report stuff leaving us. I do feel like Tanner can give us the X's and O's side of this a little bit and contribute to a lot of the transfer class rankings, state of the program stuff we're going to do. So, very excited about this. All in all, you add it together. We're bringing in three guys I would consider like impact additions to the channel. And we have to figure out exactly how they're all going to contribute. Right now, we are going to open up opportunities for them to sign up for segments or full podcast episodes even, but I think we'll really immediately be able to flip them on in the transfer class rankings projects and things of that nature. So you'll start to see all three of these guys appear on the channel in the month of August. We're going to wait till Jacob is back next week to formally flip them on, but I could not be more excited about this. Feel like it was received really well, and just heading into a football season here at the end of the month. I think we have the best collection of on-camera talent we have ever had at one time with Sleepers Media. So pumped about it. Any thoughts from your end?
Yeah, no, I feel like you really very much summed it up pretty well here. I really like all three of the additions. I really like all three of these guys personally too. I think obviously been following all the work. I got to meet J Man at the hoop runs that you abandoned us for in San Antonio. So it was good to meet him there in person. Been following him for a while. Obviously big fans of Ryan Hammer as well. So yeah, I'm very excited for these guys to be on board and contribute, honestly. I think that it's fun getting to these moments with sleepers where we are able to add people and get people in the fold because I think that's kind of how we envision it being in the long term. Even though, I know everyone loves Greg and I just so much. Feel like you need a little bit more, and we got y'all covered.
Yeah. I tweeted a Dusty May gif, you tweeted a Pat Kelsey gif, but it does feel like we just crushed the portal. Like this is an ever-changing college basketball landscape right now. The media landscape is as chaotic as the program landscapes, and I don't know. I feel really, really strong about the class we got coming in. I think it's a championship level roster that we are building right now. Would you agree with that?
Oh, 100%. I'm interested to see what are we just doing the Michigan thing? Are you Dusty and I'm Mike Boyden?
You can be whoever you want. You can steer us away from Michigan if you want. But I did have, I think it was Coleman Spurner tweeted at me and said, "Damn, Sleepers spent more on their transfer class than Michigan State." Which one of our new hires is most likely to let us down?
Oh,
Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
well, it's an easy one.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't feel good about saying because I was completely kidding. None of them are going to let us down, but that felt like a Carter Elliott question.
Do you not want me to answer it?
Like, have you decided that you're going to like personally antagonize one of these guys somehow?
Yeah,
Who?
Tanner.
Why?
His name's Tanner.
Tanner's the nicest dude, man. Don't do
He is
that.
the nicest dude, but his name rolls off the tongue easily if I want to be like, just shut up, Tanner.
I don't think I can approve of this. I will fire you on behalf of Tanner if I need to.
I'll pull the racism card.
I did call you caramel. Yeah,
Yeah,
I did.
yeah, and I let you slide, but don't push me there.
You're right. All right. Well, just know that he's joking, Tanner. If you're listening to this, good Lord. Okay, should we get to the YouTube comment?
Let's get there. Let me see what we can do here. Let's go with uh I don't know what I missed on this episode, but Patrick Colin says, "Why do sleepers hate Wake Forest so much?"
We were doing like teams that are most likely to make the tournament that didn't last year, or vice versa. And I think I made a joke. I named like three ACC teams that
Hmm.
could all, I don't know. I'm just like the ACC is so wide open. This team could do it. And in the process of explaining that, I said, yeah, I mean, if you really think about it, they get to play like 17 Wake Forests.
Got it. Well, you upset our Wake Forest fan base.
Hey, first jersey I ever owned was a Justin Gray Wake Forest jersey. My cousin went to Wake Forest during the Chris Paul years. So I get to claim a little Demon Deacon blood, but yeah, like respectfully, you should self-admit this right now. Steve Forbes will never get y'all to the tournament. It's a huge problem. We need to demand better than that.
Yeah, Steve Forbes eventually will have to answer for his sins, right?
Probably not.
Eventually, you have to.
You think?
Yeah, everybody
How many
always
times have you answered for a sin?
a good amount of times. I went to confession back in my religious days.
Do you want to do a confession right now?
Sure.
Okay. Um, welcome in, Carter. Thanks for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you, Greg. Blessed to be here. No, not to pander to the priest, but what do I have to admit to here? Do. Oh, I told my wife that I returned an Amazon package last Wednesday, but I forgot and I didn't return it until Friday.
That's not a sin. Should we go to the Discord?
Let's go to the
Let's
Discord.
go to the
Please join the
Discord.
Discord. Discord is 9.99 a month. Loki, I don't actually Father, I did sin this weekend.
What'd you do?
That's I sin. Actually, no, that's not a sin. Never mind. I need a refresher on what the sins are.
Are you
I
trying
feel
to
like this.
conceive child? Did you have consensual intercourse with your wife? Is that what you're trying to admit to as a sin?
Whoa,
What?
that's not what I was getting at.
And what's the sin that's not a sin?
The sin is not joining our Discord, which is only 9.99 a month, using the link in the description of our bio. Please do so to support Sleepers Media. We are going to start today with let's see, you and Dion did the episode probably around this time, so you got through that one. We'll go with this one. Sleeve Nash starts today. I'm really excited for Petro. I love what Kasparis brought, one of the best freshmen we had, but Petro's older, tougher, and has that killer edge. He's super competitive, and I think he'll step up late in games. Pairing him with Kylan in the backcourt could be special. Petro might be a better on-ball defender than people expect, but Kylan's going to push that out of him. Can't wait to see him in an Illinois uniform.
I can't wait to see it as well. I hope we see it soon.
He's on the roster, right? He's good, right?
Yes, but being on the roster is one thing. Being in Champaign, participating in practices with your teammates is another. They need to get him there. Like that's a
Yeah.
real thing. You got to work on that. Like I don't think the dude can just show up in November and hit the ground running. We're probably if that happens, like we'll be a month into the season and people will be using that as an excuse. Like you didn't have the whole summer with the team. Like that doesn't
Please.
help Illinois. You
Yeah.
gotta be there.
Yeah. Also, like he missed a Champagne sum, which
Yeah.
is part of the experience, man.
Yeah.
Jay Meisner. Most people agree that Houston is atop the Big 12, at least preseason, with Zona, BYU, Kansas Tech, and Iowa State in some order behind them. Are there any sleeper teams that you think could be in contention for the conference title or at least a second weekend in the tourney?
I mean, those six are definitely the big six. I don't think I'd be stretching outside of that, right? Like I don't want to talk
Yeah.
myself into Baylor. You probably do.
I might be able to, but I don't think it'd be worth it to talk my time into that. So,
Yeah. No, it's big
um,
six. Big six for me for sure. You just talk your way into which one you like more. But
yeah,
I mine for me it is Arizona, not to pander to Meisner, but the closer we get to the season, the more I'm buying this Arizona team.
yeah, Big 12's gonna be good, man. They really are. All hail the Pope says, would you guys rather watch your team play a basketball game or a football game?
Basketball.
Yeah, basketball. What's that mean? What's he trying to get at?
Just I don't know, going to a football game's fun, I think. Like tailgating.
Oh,
You don't really there isn't really a good tailgate scene for basketball. That's true.
yeah, sure. Yeah, but Roadhouse.
Sure.
Yeah. Roadhouse and the brown jug.
Sure.
With the trend of Kentucky getting Stokes and Ripey, would you consider that the best recruiting class for next year? Well, y'all just got them all hail the Pope. Did I miss something?
Maybe. Maybe. We'll see.
If they do, honestly, we did that one thing where you said, what if Painter gets all the guards that he wanted in this class? Imagine if Kentucky gets all the recruits that they want in this class. It'd
That
be
would be
it would be the
something.
greatest recruiting class of all time.
I mean, they could get Mo Diabate and Cam Williams, and they would bill it as the greatest class of all time. So I think they'll be fine either way.
The T War Chant. I hope you guys someday get bored. I hope you guys someday, when bored, go down a YouTube rabbit hole with the '80s Illini teams, and in particular the Fly War Chant. I'll never ever do that.
Yeah,
Promise.
I knew you were going to get lost when he just said the word 80s. So you made it as far as you could through that comment, Car. Thanks for trying.
I'm really trying to do as much as I can. Mutant Matt, I think non-Olympic August are the worst sports months. Do you agree?
Yeah, because you kind of like at least in July you had like summer league and TBT and random basketball related things. You get to August and it's really just waiting for college football. So yeah, probably fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. T Steffi, hey guys, had three of my comments and questions skipped last week, so I got to lock in for this one. Uh,
Boo, Carter, come on. You can skip like actually you shouldn't skip anyone. T Steffi of all people skipping T Steffi
I
comments.
Listen, you got to understand, I don't intentionally do it.
This dude shows up for us every single day, and you skipped three of his comments last
I
week.
didn't mean to.
Well, fix it. Make it right.
Dog, I'm honest, I make mistakes. I'll be the second to admit it, but it's inherently part of the package. Don't buy the package if you don't want mistakes.
I will never understand your package.
What is the origin story of Sleepers and how did the current core come together?
How much time you got?
I mean, we need if there's any, Netflix wants to pick us up, Spotify maybe. The origin story of Sleepers is one that is you can't really pinpoint.
Can you tell the origin story in 30 seconds or less?
I went to college with a gentleman named Zach Hurst. Zach Hurst was my point guard and my roommate all 4 years in college. Zach Hurst went to high school with Greg. I inherently met them. I've used inherently way too many times. Don't even know what it means. I met Greg through Z. He came to visit Albion. I would always go to Lansing because I didn't want to go back home. So I go to Lansing with Zach. Greg was always there.
Time. That's your 30 seconds. Glad that you got people to realize you're friends with Zach Hurth in that 30 seconds. I met Carter in college parties. We hit it off and would just stand in the back doing like, can you name this college basketball player where he went to college the whole time? Infamously, the first night that we hung out, I said, that guy's going to be in my wedding. That proved true. Little did I know I would also be in his. We started a podcast with a third member named Ben, who was my friend from college, that we did very recreationally, like once a month, and nobody listened to it. Like 9 people listened to it at a time. Ben quickly dropped off, just couldn't hang with Carter and I. It remained Carter and I. We definitely felt from the beginning that our chemistry on a podcast setting was very, very good. When the pandemic hit, I was mentally depressed. And my wife actually was like, what's the one thing you enjoy doing right now? What could help you get out of this funk? And my answer was, I like doing the sleeper stuff. So she encouraged me to buy a bunch of equipment. I remember calling Cart and being like, hey, I'm in a mental funk. I want to start committing a little more to this. Would you be down? He was down. And then we got very lucky in a series of fortunate events quickly. Like we had friends that started Spotify Live, which was basically Twitter Spaces before it happened. They paid us a small sum to do like a weekly room. Quickly into doing that, we had Jeff Goodman appear in our room. I think he was scouting for Field of 68, and he noticed us and gave us some opportunities. And ever since then, we've just been working hard and getting some opportunities along the way. How did Dion and Riley get involved is more interesting probably than that. Riley was put into a group chat through Jeff Goodman with us, the infamous Scrapple group chat with a bunch of basically quote unquote younger college basketball media types that are all trying to make it in the industry. And Riley was one of the few that they had noticed as well. So was Brian Ralph. That's how we all became very close friends through that group chat. Dion was someone we met back through the Spotify Live days. He was just a frequent user of that. And it was a very tight knit community in the early days of that app. It was like if you were someone who logged on it every day, you just sort of recognized faces and names and gravitated towards people that you knew. So I actually hadn't met Dion until this year's Final Four. but I've been like close friends with him for roughly 5 years. So kind of crazy how the internet works like that. But and then producer JK produced for the Field of 68 a little bit. When I worked there, we crossed paths and hit him up about joining us as well when we needed a producer. That's the end of the story.
Man, what a tale. And the story's still unfolding, by the way. Please turn the pages. Just Snacky, last one of the day. Portal Class of the Decade put together by future Hall of Famer G Wizzy. Can't wait to let these guys loose.
Yeah, pumped about it. I'm glad people seem to be feeling the way I did privately because we've known this for roughly 3 or 4 days now that we've got all three on board. We had Tanner and J Man were on. We were just waiting to confirm we could get Ryan involved. And yeah, all three on board. Since then, you and I have been texting like, damn, we're really excited about this and feel like the natural reception from our audience has been as excited as you and I are individually too.
Yeah, true, very, very true. Also, I want to make it clear we're not letting them loose whatsoever. We got these guys locked into 360 deals.
Yeah, not true, but we can pretend it is.
We got to play good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, I we did do that a little bit this weekend. That went well.
Yeah, except you had to like let me know that I'm the bad cop.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That does it for the comments today.
That's the comments. Join the Discord. Card, who are we brought to you by?
We are brought to you by, actually, who are we brought to you
We're
by?
brought to you by no one, my friend. That was a test, and you passed with flying colors. We have no sponsors. Ha 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 ha. Losers. That's me talking to us. No one wants to sponsor this channel that is doing, let me check last month real quick, 942,000 views a month in July. In a month where there's nothing going on, doing almost 1 million views a month, no sponsor this month. If you want to change that, hit us up, thesleepersmedia@gmail.com. Otherwise, Cart's going to have to start shaking his ass.
I will.
But put two hands on the DJ booth then.
I got loose hips.
Let's get to the program. Do you remember Bart Torvik's talent rankings? Yes or no?
Do I have to answer that?
Yes.
No, I don't.
We do this every year. I had a feeling you would just forget that it exists.
Hmm.
Bart Torvik has something on his basically the homepage of his site, bartorvik.com. You can sort rosters by a talent metric. If you hover over it, it is referred to as projected effective talent. Now, I do not have the detailed analysis of how this is calculated, but it is essentially, I believe, trying to define the most talented rosters in college basketball in a sortable column. Every year, I remember doing this last summer. Every year, there are some teams that make sense to us where they land, and there are some teams that confuse us or surprise us where they land. That holds true this year, Cart. I'm going to read through in order the top 10, top 15 maybe of the most talented rosters in college basketball per this Bart Torvik metric. Then we can react to it. And then I would like to make our own list that is sorted in the right way. Sound good to you?
Let's get it done.
Who do you think Torvik's number one most talented roster in college basketball is?
Oh, that did Torvik make sure that he actually knows who's on the roster? Remember we did this exercise and he had like former Duke players on it.
I believe updates have been made for the most part. Yes, probably a few that have skipped, missed the cracks, but I think we're good.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a leap here. I think Torvik is. Did Torvik say that Purdue's the most talented roster?
Torvik did not. Torvik has Duke as the number one most
Nah,
talented
that makes
roster
sense.
in college basketball. Torvik's talent rating for Duke, 90.5. No other team even approaches 90. There are only 6 other teams in the sport in the 80s. Duke is head and shoulders ahead of the entire rest of the field per Torvik in terms of talent on the roster. Duke, number one. I'm going to fly through the rest here, then you can react. Kentucky, number two most talented roster in college basketball. Miami, Florida, 3. Houston, 4. UConn, 5. Missouri, 6. Georgia Tech, 7. Arkansas, 8. St. John's, 9. Oregon, 10. Michigan, 11. Illinois, 12. North Carolina, 13. Alabama, 14. UCLA, 15. I'm going to keep going. Arizona, 16. Michigan State, 17.
Oh, okay.
Penn State, 18. Ohio State 19, Georgia 20. You will notice we're through the top 20. I haven't named Purdue, who Torvik has as the 23rd most talented roster in all of college basketball. I haven't named Florida, who 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34th most talented roster in college basketball, the defending national champion Florida Gators. Your thoughts on Torvik's talent rankings?
I might have missed it. Where was UConn at?
UConn was top five,
Okay.
fifth.
Okay. Listen, I'm really trying to wrap my head around the fact that I just heard Georgia Tech is a top 10 most talented roster in the sport.
Mm.
How do I
Miami,
get
Florida, the third most talented roster in the sport.
how do I get past that?
Can we actually let's just the Miami, Florida roster real quick, just so I have this right. Trey Donaldson,
Malik Reneau,
Malik Renew,
Sheldon Henderson.
True Washington, Ernest Uday. Yeah, Shelton Henderson is still there.
He's not still there. He's new.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's true.
Well, I mean, it's just it's one of those things where this is how I wish it was approached. It's like when you think you have something, right? And you sort by something, but then you realize that when you sort, it doesn't fill your point or your agenda, so you don't actually send the stat. You know what I'm talking about, G? Like we're having an argument and I'm like, "Oh, I'm about to get G's ass with this one. I'm about to sort this player's number by these numbers." But then I realize that those numbers they're a point in your favor, so I act like I didn't. I feel like Torvik needs to have a little bit of that. Like, yeah, sorted by talent, but then like let's be big boys here. That there's some teams that don't belong in this.
Yeah, that happens to me twice a day, every day. So yeah, I get it. I am constantly looking for narrative wins, and when I find one that hits a dead end, you just never hear about it from me. Just pretend it doesn't happen. That's the beauty of it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very interested in like learning more about this metric. I would like to. I think it's cool that something like this exists. I also think it's hilarious that something like this exists and can give you an output like a team led by Malik Renew and Trey Donaldson being the third most talented roster in college basketball. Like there must be some component of like age or returning minutes played that factors into talent. I don't know what it is. I wish it was like published here. Maybe it is published and I just can't find it. But Torvik, please give us like a newsletter that explains how exactly this is calculated because my brain is just doing circles right now trying to figure it out. I feel like we can just pull out the ones that make no sense, like Miami third, Georgia Tech. What are they? Eighth, Missouri seventh to an extent. Let's just ignore those even. But a couple other numbers I want to like run by you and just see how you're feeling about it. Kentucky, the second most talented roster in college basketball. How do you feel?
I'm torn. I'm torn because I actually do think that I don't they have a lot of pieces. I just don't know if they're like it's like, oh my God, the talent is crazy. But I think it's fair to say, like, once you get to like the end of Kentucky's roster, you're like, okay, I mean, that's a, a player. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get to some end of some other people's rosters, and you're looking at like the Sismons and Palas of the world. It's a little bit bare. I feel like you don't get that same scenario with Kentucky. I don't know if they're the most. I don't know if they're number two talent wise, but I think they should easily be top eight.
Yeah. I mean, they're deep, right? If depth is a big factor for this, then I can buy Kentucky as a top five talented roster, but star power is a little lacking, right? A little bit.
Yeah, it's got you also looking at the fact that I can't believe you said Purdue is what on this list?
Purdue was, let's see,
28th, I think you said 26th,
23rd.
23rd. The team that has two first team All-Americans starting and the National Player of the Year is 23rd.
Yeah, something's effed up if that's
I
close.
don't I don't I don't care if they had no one else.
Right. Right.
Like
Uh
that's
Mi-
crazy.
Michigan State 17.
That feels right.
Does it?
Yeah, that feels about right.
17th most talented roster.
Yeah, man. Like Cohen Carr,
Yeah.
Fears, Trey
Yeah.
Fort, 20 point per game scorer, Trey Fort. That was
Yeah.
put forth this weekend.
I guess so. I guess that does make sense. Yeah. Oregon 10th. One spot ahead of Michigan, two spots ahead of Illinois. Talk to me on that little pod. 10th, 11th, 12th, Oregon, Michigan, Illinois.
I just think that as if I had to, if you gave me the scenario where I'm ranking those two rosters, one and two would be any order of Michigan or Illinois. Pick that order. I think Oregon's clearly third behind those rosters. But then again, I don't know. You got to look at it this way too. They have they have Shellstad, they have Biddle, but like outside of that, it's just I don't know. Like you can't at the same time put Purdue all the way back for like having two players like that, and then you rank Oregon as high as they are when that roster's just not top 10. I'm sorry, like not in any world or way or shape or form you try to put it.
The only output of this metric that has me like, damn, are we all missing something? Be honest, is the Oregon at 10 spot. I think you should throw out most of this. Like most of this, obviously, Purdue's a top two talented roster in the sport. So like you got to throw out, I don't know, anomalies. But Oregon returns two killers, man. Like yeah, I know it's like, what do they have around them? We don't know. They didn't do anything good. But like, dude, Shellstad and Biddle are back. Like that alone is going to be a really killer duo. And I don't know. No one's talking about Oregon like they're even going to be in the mix when more nights than not, they're going to have the best duo on the court.
Yeah, I feel like Biddle carries a lot of that. I'm sorry, not Biddle, Shellstad carries a lot of
Biddle
that.
was really good last year.
He was all Big Ten. You're right. I guess I just got to get to that point where I'm at. Was Washington on this list?
I can find them for you. Every team's theoretically somewhere.
Yeah, I guess everyone's on, but you didn't mention them. I don't think, unless I.
Whew, I'm glad you made me scroll down. I can't even, so it doesn't like sort with a number next to them, so I have no idea where these teams are. Washington is roughly 20 spots lower than Purdue, so like in the low 40s. One spot higher than BYU.
What?
BYU is around 50th in the talent metric per Torvik.
My dog Torvy's off of me.
I just don't get it.
I don't like this metric. Well, can he send? Well, actually, don't send us his work because I'll see that work and I'll be like, uh-huh, what?
Yeah. All right, let's do the thing that I wanted to do. Can we come up with our top 10 most talented rosters?
Yes,
Okay, basically, let's go toe to toe with Torvik. And honestly, I don't really want to put your toes up against anybody's, but
I'm getting a pedicure. That's why I got a heart out at 120.
got it. Makes sense. Okay, so number one most talented roster in college basketball is who? There's one team with two All Americans on it,
Purdue,
but but
Purdue.
Purdue's more talented than BYU.
I think the right answer is Purdue.
Who's more talented?
BYU.
Who's more talented, AJ DeBoncer or Braden Smith?
AJ DeMassa.
If that's how we feel, then it's got to be BYU.
All right, BYU.
All right, BYU is number one most talented roster. Purdue at two feels right.
That feels right.
Who's next? Duke? Duke and Arizona would be high for me. Pure talent, a lot of NBA guys on both those teams.
Definitely a lot of NBA. Yeah, I think you go Duke, and then ooh, yeah, probably Arizona.
Let me nominate some other teams.
Is Texas Tech up here or no?
They will be,
Okay.
but it's low top 10 for me if so, because outside the big two, I don't know. Arizona, UConn, Houston.
UConn should be on there, and Houston.
I'll put UConn 4, Houston 5,
I'm fine with that.
Arizona 6.
Let's do that. Yep.
You seem low on Arizona. Surprised you're not all aboard putting the team with a bunch of NBA guys up there.
I just got to get there with the talent portion. I mean, I don't think you can argue like Koa Pete, and then also they have Burries and Aristotle as well. But I think I got to see it with Burries and Aristotle as far as like the NBA. It was good to see Koa Pete do what he did, but I need to see it with those other guys.
You still got Krivas, still got Toby Awaka, still got Jane Bradley.
Okay, honestly, I just thought of a team that should probably be in here. St. John should be in here.
St. John should be in there. We can put St. John 7. We haven't listed Kentucky yet, and we're at 8. Outside of Kentucky, other teams I think are absolutely in the mix. Arkansas.
I think I'd go Kentucky here.
Michigan, Illinois,
How many spots left do we have in the top 10?
3. I would argue, and you might not like it, I think Arkansas is ahead of Kentucky in terms of talent. Can we do a quick roster fact check on that?
Let's do it. I mean, A,
Darius Acuff,
Aka.
Malik Thomas, Carter Knox, Billy Richmond.
Ortega always a first team All-American, though.
Is he an NBA player? Because I think Arkansas has 3.
Okay, you put in. I think the NBA portion carries it a little bit more here, so I'm willing to put Arkansas ahead.
So put Arkansas 8, or should they be higher than 8?
No, eight's fine.
We haven't mentioned Florida.
Florida has, I think, no NBA guys.
Haw is for sure.
Oh, Haw, sorry, Haw and Condon. Yeah,
Condon is for sure. Boogie
yeah,
Flan could be.
could be.
I think
I
Florida has to be on here.
I put Florida maybe ahead of Arkansas.
Yeah, I'd put Florida ahead of St. John's, I think.
But the thing is, like when we're doing like if we're just doing NBA, like it's a talent thing, like NBA players.
All right, I'm moving some stuff around. Let me rock for a second. I got BYU 1, Purdue 2, Duke 3, UConn 4, Houston 5, Florida 6. Feel good about that? Most talented top 6.
Yeah.
Arizona 7, St. John's 8, Arkansas 9.
Okay. Kentucky has to be in the top
For
10.
one final spot, we have Kentucky. We have, I think Michigan and Illinois are as much in the mix as Kentucky. I think Louisville. I'm taking Louisville over Kentucky in terms of talent.
I mean, I don't think.
Conwell and Michael.
Yeah, but Kentucky's got so many more players though.
Talent isn't
Yeah,
a
but
word I would
On
associate with
Kentucky,
half the Kentucky
you
roster.
have a first team All American in Oweh. You got an NBA player in Quaintance.
They got 2 guys. And Jasper, if you want to put him in the talent bucket.
Yeah,
This is a team that's talking about starting Trent Noah.
this is Mark Pope's fault. They should be in the top 10 if he didn't speak the way he spoke.
They're going to be good, but talent's not the word for like a Denzel Aberdeen team. Mo
That's
Diabate, like,
yeah. I mean, you're not gonna have. I'm not gonna argue too much if you want to put Louisville at 10.
I mean, to me, I would absolutely put a team with Michael and Conwell and Woolley.
Yeah, that's fair. The guard is enough themselves. Are just talented.
Should Louisville be higher than 10?
No, because I think they have questions outside. I still have front court and depth concerns with that team.
All right.
Depth outside of the guard spot.
So BYU, Purdue, Duke, UConn, Houston, Florida, Arizona, St. John's, Arkansas, Louisville. No Kentucky, no Michigan. I'm kind of pissy we don't have Michigan involved. I would put Michigan ahead of Kentucky too. But I don't think I'm putting Michigan ahead of any of the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, what Michigan's got one NBA guy.
No, they'll have more. I don't know who it'll be for sure, but I just like I get lost kind of I guess I think we're leaning towards top heavy instead of depth, like you said, because like my Michigan argument would be we have a McDonald's All-American that's going to be our eighth or ninth guy. Like that's nobody else has that.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Man,
Why is he your eighth guy?
behind 2 fifth-year seniors,
Yeah, that's stupid.
Gale and Burnett.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, fair. I bet you think there's only one pro on the Michigan roster.
like for certain, probably
For certain, that's fine, but give me like how many of these guys actually end up NBA players, drafted NBA players?
just by when it's all said and done.
Because I would bet a lot there's at least 2, if not 3.
Who would it be?
I think the pool of potentially drafted players is Yaxel, one good Mara year he gets drafted. I think Merez will end up an NBA player. I don't know how, but I think he will be. And I think McKennie's a possibility.
Fair, fair. Yeah, I'd probably stop at two. I think I
Fair?
stop at two. Yeah.
Conservative?
Yeah, but I think that 10, 11, 12, like the 10 groupish area, I think are very minuscule in their separation.
I mean, I'll tell you this: I feel better leaving Kentucky off, knowing we're leaving Michigan off, because I can't get hater assignment here. We left my team off too, folks. I think there's 10 really talented rosters in the sport.
I mean, my team was number 17 according to Torvik, and we got left off.
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of pros there.
Yep, one for sure,
Yeah.
one for sure.
I'd love to know what your Trey McKenney analysis would be if he was coming to be a dog.
What, Trey McKinney?
Yeah.
Honestly, I like Trey. I'm more upset that Trey McKinney's not like, why is Trey to do your thing? Why is Trey McKinney sitting behind Roddy Gale?
He's sitting behind Namari more than Gale, but
Him too.
because Namari's a 42% three-point shooter that's 23. He's
No,
good. He's just good.
no,
He's
McKinney's
just
better.
meh. I don't know that he will. He's got to shoot 42% to be better.
Yeah, nah, nah.
Guess we're doing a lot of top tens today because the next two topics also result in top 10 lists from us. I'd like to collectively work together to come up with 10 players that are most likely to take a year two transfer leap. We always talk about how the second year matters most. For transfers, we've seen guys go from okay to awesome in year two. I want to come up with our 10 guys for that now. Yes, Carter, what are you asking?
Quick guideline question. That second year has to be at the same school, right?
Same school, second year in a system, transfers only, not second year players. So no Tama Visic here. I'm looking for only transfers, year two transfer leap. Also, just want to say, pretty sure Isaac Trotter did an article on this a while ago, and it was really well done. I remember Roddy Gale was in it. I don't think Roddy Gale is going to be on our list of 10, but he definitely could be. So shout out to Trotter for coming up with a really good list of this. Let's come up with our own list of 10 most likely year two transfers. Where do we start?
I think, okay, is it cheating to put JT Toppin at one?
I don't think JT Toppin's on the list because I don't think there's a leap to be made from a first team All American.
Okay, that's fair. Um,
I'm looking for guys that have a huge rise in their game.
Huge rise in their game.
And I think there's a 1-1 on the board. Like there's a most likely year two transfer leap guy.
Milos?
Milos.
Yeah.
Milos, who's on his number one, think he could be an All American on one of the two best teams in the sport pretty easily.
Yeah, that's fair to say. Yeah, I think Milos would be one. All right, I have like a list of names that I can just throw out there, and you can tell me if they you think they should be on there or where they should be on there.
Sure, hit me.
I got Mark Mitchell from Missouri. I got Malik.
Yeah.
I got Malik Mack at Georgetown. I got Kylan Boswell. I got Aiden Holloway. I got Tremont Mark. I got Eric Daly Jr. and I got Joshua Jefferson.
I like five of those names.
Okay,
Also, how'd you have that just like ready to go? Where did that come from?
I did prep.
What?
Yeah, I did prep. Unfortunately, I didn't know that you couldn't use other names because I had like Doug McDaniel on the list. I had Tucker DeVries as well.
Yeah, no, those guys are disqualified. Okay, yeah. I so let's go through these. The five that I like: Malik Mack, Kylan Boswell, Aiden Holloway, Eric Daly, Joshua Jefferson. I have one of these guys I would put really high on this list. Any guesses?
Colin Boswell?
Joshua Jefferson.
That's a good one.
I think like Iowa State's clearly going to need some things with losing Gilbert, losing a couple of their key pieces last year at the guard spot. Joshua Jefferson does a lot. I think he's going to be asked to do way more this year.
Yeah, I'm with that.
I would put Eric Daly three.
Yeah, I like Eric Daly. I mean, I'm an Eric. There's a reason he's on this list.
I kind of just view him as like an NBA guy that hasn't fully hit, but this year he'll be asked to do enough that will fully hit.
I like that.
Okay. Eric Daly, let's put him there. I would be fine with anybody else, 4, 5, 6. I definitely want Kyle and Aiden Holloway and Malik Mack on the list. Should we put those guys in the order in some way, 4, 5, 6, or should we start looking for more guys?
I think Kylan would actually be pretty high. I think Kylan would be next, given what his role is gonna like. I feel like he's gonna take a step in all fashions and just shoot the ball better this year.
Only question for me on that is he just flat out better than Malik Mack? Like what's the reasoning Kylan Boswell should be ahead of Malik Mack on this list?
I think Illinois will be better than Georgetown.
Okay, I can buy that argument. I'm good with that.
And then probably go Malik Mack second or next.
Malik Mack five. I'd actually argue Aiden Holloway ahead of Malik Mack.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I was actually as I was going through here, I was thinking about that.
I do feel like Aiden Holloway has a big opportunity this year, so I'm okay with that. Okay. All right. So there's our top six. We're looking for four more names.
I know you love this guy when he actually first made his transfer. Is there any way that Jordan Pope figures it out this year?
There's a small chance, yeah, but ah,
You're good.
ah,
Okay, I mean, you're good. If you're good, I'm good.
don't like
Okay.
it.
Okay. All right, we're good then.
I wouldn't bet on it if that makes sense.
Okay, that's fair.
Are we missing any other obvious ones? Like I'm trying to work through and make sure we're not, but I feel like we might be, Cart.
Are we missing like I mean, I'm just throwing out like year two trans. There. I don't know if we think Cason Pryor is going to come back from his injury and be very impactful for Louisville.
I got one, and I
Who?
think he's higher on the list. I think he's top five.
Who?
Terrace Reed.
Yeah, you're right.
He's going to start at UConn, and there's a lot
Yeah,
of positive buzz right now.
yeah, he's top five for. He can't be outside top. We got to bump someone
If
out.
we put him fourth ahead of Kylan, that feels right to me.
That's fair.
Speaking of Terrace Reed, the Terrace Reed of the SEC, Felix Akpara, is he on this list?
So there was a couple of ones that I was going between him or like a Toby Awaka maybe.
I just worry about Awaka because the other center at Arizona is going to play a ton too.
Let's go Akpara just because I actually believe in him,
Okay.
like developing.
All right, let's put Akpara eight. I ignored Mark Mitchell. We could come back and put Mark Mitchell on the list. My only thing with Mark Mitchell is like he might be too good for this.
Yeah, he was pretty good in year one.
Like, are we sure that counts?
He was pretty good, so we probably can't do that.
He's pretty good. We have two spots left to work with. We wouldn't do any Kentucky names, would we?
In does Colin Chandler count?
Colin Chandler technically never played at BYU. I don't know if that counts. Brandon Garrison's the only other returnee.
Yeah.
I mean, I
What
mean,
about
Owe.
he already what's if we're not doing I mean, oh, does Owe take a jump to first team All-American?
He wasn't an All-American.
He takes an All-American jump.
Hold on, let's just fact check. I don't think he was an All-American
No,
at all.
no, I know for a fact he was not.
So then Otega Owe should be one ahead of Milos.
Yeah, maybe. I think bump everyone down one and put Ortega one.
Because Otega is the most likely. Yeah, I think that's the right answer here.
Is there a random Florida front court like does Chinyelu make a jump this year?
Not in my mind, he doesn't.
Okay. I don't know, but I just want to make sure we're not missing.
I like where your head's at. I'm
Uh,
trying to find like the what's his name? Like the Jalen Pickett type.
what about
Like,
Zuby Ejiofor?
ooh,
Did
I'm
he transfer?
listening.
Did he transfer in?
I don't know, did he?
Hold on. Doing fact check here. I feel like he did, but I might be wrong. Damn it. Yeah, he did. He was at Kansas. Well, no, this would be his third year at uh at St. John's.
So then he's disqualified because we're looking
Yep.
solely for year two
Yep.
transfers. I'm trying to find like the random school Jalen Pickett guy that like should be way more obvious than it is. You know what I mean?
Rant like should be yeah, we are missing somebody very obvious. It's just gonna piss me off once we find out who it is.
But I'm sorting through and I don't know. Like
Is it TJ Wagner?
no, that can't be it.
I'm not.
I mean, the right now the best name I feel like we've heard is Jordan Pope, but I also really want to try and find one that we like better than that.
Can I reach?
Yeah, I love when you reach.
Year two shooter finds it out. Anthony Delorso.
I don't think the role's there.
He probably starts for Arizona, I'm guessing.
I don't think the role's there. I don't think that I'm not. Yeah, I don't think I can let that go.
Is it Sky Clark?
No. I have one I feel mean about.
Oh God, who is it?
I mean, I was just using this school as an example. Could I talk you into Freddie DeLeon?
It doesn't take much to talk me into Freddie Dilion.
So my talk you into Freddie DeLeon is these are the guys that are going to start next to Freddie DeLeon per Jim Root's roster sheet. Mile Tunka, Caden Mingo, Freddie DeLeon, Tibor Murtic, and Sasa Siani. That's the Penn State starting lineup. Now here's Freddie DeLeon's last 6 games of last season. 15 points, 12 points, 10 points, 10 points, 12 points, 9 points, played 29 to 35 minutes in all of those games.
All right, maybe that's it then.
I don't,
I gotta
unless you have a
say,
better answer.
picking a Penn State player just feels weird.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like this is kind of the heart of the exercise.
Is it, was Tremont Mark too good?
I just, he's like an empty stats guy, you know? Like, we're probably missing somebody better, but like, I don't know. I
Uh,
can't get there.
let's go Dilion.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's just do it.
Why does it feel gross?
Because it is gross.
Could we cheat? Could we do Gonzaga's Braden Smith?
Let's cheat, because I don't want a Penn State player on here.
It's technically year 2 for Gonzaga's Braden Smith.
Yes, and it's elite.
Okay, there we go. So Otega, Owe, Milos Uzan, Joshua Jefferson, Eric Daly, Terrace Reed, Kylan Boswell, Aiden Holloway, Malik Mack, Felix Hakpara, Braden Smith. Fun topic to end the show today. Let's come up with our official who should I root for rankings. Let's say hypothetically a new college basketball fan or someone with zero ties to any school, any program, has never rooted for a team before in his life, comes to us and says, "Hey, I'm going to throw my life, my heart into college hoops this year. I'm going to watch every game. Who should my team be?" What would our top 10 answers be and why? We're coming up with a top 10 list.
Kentucky won.
Why?
Because I think the normal everyday man can relate to Mark Pope. I think the fan base loves everything that Kentucky does. I feel like you would enjoy yourself.
I feel like we put this list out with Kentucky number one, and the entire rest of the college basketball world says, "What the hell are you talking about? How can
That
you
might be.
choose like the big bad blue nation empire to be like the everyday college basketball fans team to root for? They're not the underdog, Cart. Like
Well, are we picking underdogs or teams that like it's a good team to root for?
it's
Like
like
just
it. This would be like I feel like what you just did would be like someone being like, "Ooh, I want to be a baseball fan. Who should I root for?" And be like, "Yankees."
okay.
Like, come on.
All right, BYU.
BYU's a great answer, I think.
Yeah, BYU won.
BYU won. You think there's nobody better in terms of you should root for this group than them?
I go BYU one. I go Louisville two. I go Arizona three. I think I go like maybe Texas Tech four. The thing is, I don't want to get into too good of teams. Like I
I
was
think
gonna throw
Texas Tech should be
UConn.
higher because I think I feel pretty strongly we should avoid like the blue bloods that are just good every year. Like there's something inherently, unless you grew up a fan of it, there's something inherently lame about just like choosing the best teams to go for. So like
Okay.
Texas Tech to me, like it's going to be a special season. You got this really fun player in Christian Anderson. That would be a great team to like attach yourself to, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. It'd be fun.
Okay. I'm good with that.
All right, I'm trying to think who else we missing in this. Florida Florida won the championship, so
I
we
don't think
probably
you can claim Florida because they're coming off a ship. That feels weird.
do we want to make people Purdue fans?
I was gonna say, where do you put Purdue? Like, do they even qualify naturally as a top 10? Who should I root for team? It's kind of lame because you're picking the preseason number one team. And I don't know, there also is just like an element of Boiler Nation that I don't know if I'd put that on an unsuspecting person.
But also like the top three players on those teams are just like everyday relatable guys. I feel like, blue collar lunch pail guys and Braden Smith and Fletcher Lawyer and TKR.
Okay, so do you think Purdue does belong somewhere here?
Yeah, I just don't know where.
All right, let's just put them here, but we don't have them on the list yet. Can I make some random pitches?
Of course.
The group of teams that's like, you know what, stand up against it, screw the transfer portal, meaning Marquette and Michigan State.
That's who you want to make a pitch for.
I don't know. I feel like there's something inherently good in like root for this group. They're standing up to what's bad for the sport. Michigan State was a championship team last year, and it was definitely really fun to be a fan of it. I don't know how Marquette's going to be this year. I don't know if they're going to be good, but
I okay, I like the angle and the pitch with Michigan State. Let's leave Marquette out of it though, because I think at least there's some like I can point to maybe some excitement for Michigan State.
okay. So let's just wait then. I don't want to touch those then for right now, but we'll keep them in the peripheral. Um,
I think Alabama should be on this list.
Fun team, but then you're like Nate Oates is kind of Darth Vader-y.
Yeah, but like Phylon Holloway, Bethea has the potential to be really fun.
All right, I'm fine to put Alabama there. Other teams quickly. Iowa. Ah,
Huh?
I think there's a chance Ben McCollum is Signetti of basketball.
Oh God, and just get in ground level.
And Bennett Sturts is like a dude, and it's just a fun team to attach yourself to.
Okay, same token, NC State,
You think?
just like Will Wade and
You don't have me sold yet.
just,
Just like Will
you got the
Wade.
logo general.
If we're going like the dark side route, just Illinois, the full Euro experience, why not?
Let's go Illinois.
Let's put Illinois on the list. I'm fine with that. You would probably not agree to this, but is Michigan anywhere close or no?
Yeah, Yaxel.
Definitely momentum with Dusty right now, but I don't know if that's like a, I don't know, two.
Louisville's on the list, right?
Louisville's on the list.
All right, I'm fine with that then.
So we're going to put Michigan on the list.
Yeah.
All right, we have one spot remaining.
Auburn.
Why?
I think a certain section.
I don't like that answer. About like scrolling through. You like fun mid
Do
majors?
we- Ooh, I mean, who are the fun? Honestly, I just saw a clip of Murray State with Mason Miller dunking all over somebody, so I'm very much interested to see what that looks like.
That looks fun. I have one more. I guess I would throw out two different ways to go about this. I think Texas A&M could be on the list because buckyball is inherently kind of fun. I think Maryland could be on a list because how fun would it be to root for the team that just got rid of Kevin Willard?
Okay, that is fun.
Like,
Yes.
imagine if Maryland's really good and it's like we stuck it to that guy.
Yeah. Yes. 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 Can they be
Okay.
one?
So we right now we have BYU, Texas Tech, Louisville, Arizona, Purdue, Alabama, Iowa, Illinois, Michigan, Maryland. Is that just the order? You want to move anything around or no?
I kind of like that order.
All right, we'll just leave that order. Do you like that order because it's time for you to leave?
No.
One big thing presented by Carter needing to leave right now.
On the topic of the wedding that we spoke to earlier in this episode, I want to send a shout out to my guy Tej. This is how you do an ask a groomsman to your wedding. A customized Carhartt with the initials on it, little bag. I needed one of these. All right. So I appreciate him for that little carry-on action. You don't always got to bring a big, massive bag sometimes when you're traveling. I'm gonna get some good use out of this puppy, so I thank you for that.
Yeah, and now when we go on sleeper strips, we can match.
Yeah, and we'll look official as
Yeah,
fuck.
it's very nice. Do you feel insulted that he gave me that gift before he gave it to you?
No, that makes sense.
Okay. All right. Just want to
White
ask.
privilege.
My one big thing, my one big thing is I'm sick of Luke Combs and his bullshit, man.
Oh,
I'm
come
sick
on.
of
Just
this
let it
shit.
go, man. It was a good
I'm
performance.
so absurdly sick of this shit. If you write a good original song, there's a 92% chance that Luke Combs will inform you that he's going to sing it in his concert and that you need to show up and watch him get applause for your song. Otherwise, it's just going to be stolen from you forever. This man needs to be stopped. It's a disgrace to music. He brought in Alex Warren, the guy who sings that Ordinary song, taking me out. Ordinary. First of all, annoying song on its own right, but that song set records for number one for the longest amount of weeks ever. It broke Elvis Presley's records. It's literally the best-selling song of all time. And Luke Combs was like, you know what? Gonna sing that. Everyone's gonna clap for me for that. He is like if a mall Santa demanded to be taken to the North Pole and like given the recognition of all the elves. It's disgusting. There's nothing special about Luke Combs, and I'm sick of it, and I need to put a stop to this.
I like Luke Combs for what it's worth.
We know.
Hey.
Oh my God. We'll see you tomorrow.